But look, we're going to move on. The games are starting in about 35 minutes. College football week 7, the Saturday preview is here. We're going to hit you with some of our games to watch for. Alex, since all these people in the comments want to talk about it, I'm going to start with it. North Carolina, Miami. This is a game that went to the wire a year ago, and I'm fully expecting it to do the same this year, man. Drake May, we know what he can do, and we know how good he is. He got that get-right game a week ago where, like I told you, I didn't have to sweat in the fourth quarter. I could relax. We got the backups in. That was great. But this is going to be a major ACC battle that we need to come out on top with if we have any thought of ACC championship and moving farther down the line.
Another thing to look at there is, I mean, Miami, while they're embarrassed after that game.
Oh yeah.
So they more than likely they're coming out guns a-blazing in this game. So UNC is gonna have to hold on. This is gonna be a tough game, a physical game, going back and forth. I do expect you guys to come out on top, but this is a game to keep an eye on. Absolutely, it'll be a fun one.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. So this is one I definitely want us to see. Shout out to Alec in the move, live from the Sunshine State, our guy. I sent you the link if you want to come talk about your team. I know you're a little nervous, but definitely get in there. Ben, UCLA, Oregon State. Yes. Alex, we talked about this, and UCLA obviously getting the upset a week ago. Man, this could be another one of these Pac-12 nail biters, man. What you think?
I think, this is a massive game. And I was telling you before the show about this, Sean. If UCLA can come out on top today, I would put money on it. They will be in the Pac-12 championship game with a chance to go to the playoff.
Woo!
Bookmark this, 40, 46, 45, we'll say. But with one loss currently.
The people are asking.
That make me crazy.
You knew
that. USC has to go through Oregon, Washington, all the big dogs in the Pac-12. This is UCLA's schedule the rest of the way. So if they can beat Oregon State, they go to Stanford, who we just saw play their biggest game of the year. Yep. They host Colorado. They go to Arizona. They host Arizona State. They go to USC. And they host Cal. So outside of that SC game, there's not really a tough matchup there.
Yeah, they're all winnable.
So UCLA, it's very realistic for them to be 11-1, playing the winner of this Oregon-Washington game tonight for the Pac-12 championship, December 1st or whatever it is. And that game will have a playoff spot on the line. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I could see it. And look, you just mentioned UCLA or USC. Is this Colin or is this Eric? I gotta see, but he says I need the.
I think it's Eric.
That's what I'm thinking too. After reading it, UC analyst, pins and needles. I'm still in shell shock after how bad the offense has been the last 2 weeks. I look. You and I have been on record multiple times telling everybody that would listen, Sam Hartman is the guy. Sam Hartman is the guy. I still think he's going to be a premier pro quarterback, getting in the right system. I think he has all the tools. We know he's old enough to do the job. But Eric's absolutely right. These last couple of weeks, the Louisville game, having the shocker, Duke gave them everything they can handle. They had to win that with a remarkable drive late in the game. And then the Ohio State game, they lose on the last play of the game. But USC's defense, we know is Swiss cheese. So it makes you this is going to be a big game, man. What do you think happens today?
I was going to say, to counter the Notre Dame stretch we just talked about, you survived a triple overtime game at home against Arizona with a quarterback making his second start. You survived Colorado after being up massive. You essentially survived Arizona State, only won by 2 touchdowns. This team is just sitting there waiting for somebody to take them finally.
Yeah.
And I still feel Notre Dame is that team. Yeah. This is by far the best defense USC has played all season. And as weird as it is to say, the Notre Dame offense can't get any worse than what it's been the last couple weeks. It can't. You've got the running game of Audric Estime. Mind you, the O-line for Notre Dame versus the D-line for USC is the key matchup here. Because USC's got one of the best defensive lines for just straight pass rushing with just those 4 guys. They're better than anybody in the country right now. Yeah. So this is a game where Notre Dame's offensive line is going to have to hold down. I think they can do it. I think they can open up the lanes for Estime. It's not going to be a blowout by any means. This is like a 1-score game, but I still see Notre Dame taking this game.
Yeah. And look, and I think that it has to beg the question. We know Notre Dame is 5-2, right? And a lot of people, obviously, 2 losses. Not many teams in this country will even get that thought of still being in conversation for the CFP. But if Notre Dame can get a win, and maybe a convincing win today, Notre Dame has Clemson after that. You got Wake, you got Stanford. If they can win out, can we start to, put that vote in for them, even though they have the 2 losses? No.
When you've got Georgia, who's probably going to go undefeated, when you've got whoever wins the Big Ten East is probably it's undefeated or 1 loss. Those 2 are locks to get in.
Yeah.
I can't put Notre Dame in over a seemingly either undefeated or 1-loss Pac-12 champion, either seemingly undefeated or 1-loss Big 12 champion, or a more than likely undefeated or 1-loss ACC champion. Those 3 all get the nod over Notre Dame, and you notice what all 3 of them had in common? Well, either 0 or 1 losses, but conference championships.
Yep.
If Notre Dame wants to have a playoff bid and be able to lose a game, you got to join a conference, because that conference championship locks you in, especially when they do the 12-team playoff. They're still, which it's still crazy that they're sticking right now to the 5 conference champions, because remember, the Pac-12 won't totally dissolve next year. You get 2 years to try and build the conference back up.
Yeah.
So as of now, next year, either Oregon State or Washington State is guaranteed a playoff spot. And then you'll get the Big 10 champion, Big 12 champion, SEC champion, ACC champion. And then there's 7 wild cards.
Yeah.
So Notre Dame will have a chance then with a loss or 2, but you can't get in with more than 1 loss, even with a conference championship, it seems nowadays. So
yeah,
Notre Dame is out in the playoff race.
Yep. As Ben said, no, because what's the key is Notre Dame is not a conference, exactly what you were just saying. And yep, confidence is super shook, even though I think we've got a great roster. Thanks for the hope, but no chance that we went out. Hey, we'll see.
To me, it's kind of another does that make me crazy kind of moment. Do we start to look at Freeman on the hot seat at Notre Dame?
That make me crazy.
I know it's only 2 losses currently, but like you said, you play SC, you play Clemson, you play some of these other good teams. Both these 2 losses, I pin on him. Yeah. I do. He was not. Sorry, Eric. I just saw him say, "Don't do that to me." But
we love you, man.
There's no way, as a coach, you can't realize 2 plays in a row that you have 10 guys on the field in that Ohio State game. There is no possible way. And then he makes too many coaching errors, in my opinion, for a school that still tries to live up to the Notre Dame expectations that were set years and years and years ago.
Yep.
You can't be making those mistakes.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean,
I hate to say that, but yeah,
it's getting fairly similar.
Yeah, he's got look. Say it. Hey, at the end of the day, this guy not only has to win out, but like he's gonna have to take them to that spot next year. He's going to have to put them in that position to be in the CFP conversation. I mean, undefeated type stuff. Because I think at the end of the day, like you guys have said, the fact that they are not in a conference is their biggest detriment, man. You can win all these games, but if you're not playing conference championship weekend where you get those extra eyes on you that lifts you up past, a one-loss team or something like that, it's going to be hard.
Then you got to go undefeated.
Oh, yeah. But look, hey, you know what we do? We bring our guys in. And, hey, from sunny Sunshine State of Florida, our guy, Alex Schaberg. What up, Alec?
You forgot to say the best state in the world. The best. Number one state in the world.
Woo, nothing better. Hey, real quick, man. How was the move? I see you in the sunshine. I love it.
Oh, I feel like it's been a weight lifted off my shoulder leaving this sorry excuse as a DMV.
Wow. I feel you, brother. Wow. I feel you.
Yeah, that's no one should be no one in their right mind should ever get a house over there. That place is just miserable. I'm sorry. It's just it's once you leave and then you go right back home. For this. I'm just saying, it's just like
so
it's
good.
Like a breath of fresh air. Air.
Yes. Look, speaking about a breath of fresh air, your team is ready to go. They're ready to go. You're playing against the good old Washington. Everybody's seeing it. Did you freeze? Did he freeze?
Yeah, I think he froze.
I'm good now. Am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
you're good
now. It was a Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Is it that Florida Wi-Fi? Is that what it is?
No, it's the Wi-Fi disconnecting because I'm far away from the router.
Oh, okay. But we talked about it. 32 scouts are going to be at your game, Oregon, Washington. Tell us. I know you don't like to talk about these, but what do you think's happening today, man?
I'm still going my gut. We're losing this game. I'm sorry. Ooh. Oregon fans, you don't want to hear that, but it's true. It's going to be true to a T. It's going to be 35-27 Washington.
Ooh. So you're taking Washington and the under.
Yeah, it's going to be a defensive game.
Wow.
Because Oregon also, I don't care what everybody says, this is where we fold. You put us in a spotlight at a 3 o'clock game, 2 ranked teams, conference battle. It never ends well for us. We're historically never good in these situations. I could be wrong. I could be eating my words later on, but I don't know, man. I just don't see it yet. I don't see it.
Well, Alec, if I say quack quack, is that going to work in reverse? Does that mean you guys will win because I said that? Like, I mean,
no,
my football NFL team's Washington, so
it has to be intentional in the group chat, like when you first wake up. But you didn't do that, so it didn't work.
My bad, man.
It has to be fresh in the morning when you wipe the crust off your eyes, and then you used to say that message. That's the only way it has a chance, but I don't see it, man.
Oh man.
I'll give my team benefit of the doubt. They'll keep it close, but Washington will pull away in the 4th.
Okay.
I can't I'm not trying to doubt my team and say that they're terrible. They're not terrible. It's just these situations we're historically not good at. Yeah. Never good at these situations.
Well, look, let me ask you about Bo Nix. Obviously all the attention is going to be on him. I know he's not your guy, but can he show himself today?
Probably. I could see him throwing for 330 and 2 passing touchdowns.
Ooh, I get behind that, yeah.
People take my opinion on this game and they say, "Oh, you're not a true fan." It's called being a fucking realist. If you've been a fan for the last if you've been a fan of Oregon for the last 15 years, you know this is where we fold. We fold in the moments where people expect us in the bright lights to be like, okay, is this team for real? And then they show everybody else in the world that we're not for real, and we're always going to be one step behind, which is I feel like it's a generational curse for this program every year. But if we lose, at least we lost to an 8th. I think they're ranked 7th.
Yeah, they're 7th. You're 8th. Yeah.
I mean, even if we lose, losing to a 7th-ranked team, it's not going to be the be-all, end-all. It's just those games that we lose against, like, Arizona State that has, like, 2 wins or something like that haunts me for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So I remember 3 years ago, I think we were, like, the top of the Pac-12, and we had a chance to go to the Pac-12 championship, and I was watching with my friend, and I was stressing. He was like, oh, you're only playing – I think it was, like, standing, like, good. He's like, you're only standing for what? Like, what's wrong? I was like, don't say that. So I was going to fire that game. I was like, this is why I stress every game past October 10th.
It's an interesting date, October 10th. Is that anything in particular, or you just know after that it gets harder?
No, it's just the time of years, like when we fold, like, because around like week 6 or 7.
I can dig
week
it.
7, Yep.
Well, look, let's see if we still got a little audio. Ben brought up UCLA, Oregon State. You let us know a week ago. You said UCLA was a fraud. They got the upset victory over Washington State, but still, they might still be a fraud. What do you think? They got Oregon State today, man. You think they can get the dub?
Except for who? What side of the ball?
UCLA.
Yeah, UCLA versus Oregon State.
I'm not really high on UCLA, honestly. In my honest defense, like luckily, if Anthony's watching this, I will not bring up your Georgia Bulldogs. I've come to terms without saying anything bad about them.
They're not losing today. They're not losing for the second week in a row. Third week in a row.
They'll win by 40 today, for all I know.
It's gonna be a close one now.
Do that as you will. Take it with a grain of salt. But with UCLA, I just don't see it with them yet. Like it's like a team where they have the pieces, they're just not doing anything with it. Yeah. And then you got Carson Steele, doesn't really do much with that. And then you got Dante Moore, which everybody tries to give him like flack, but at the same time, like each quarterback, like they're not going to be like a right fit, like a great fit, like right away. So honestly, I just see UCLA losing today. Oh, they're not all the way there yet. Definitely not all the way there yet.
Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I do want you to watch one game today because there might be some miracles happening. I see some reverse psychology being played in here now that he's in his Florida weather. Down goes Georgia.
Yeah, the 2 weeks he said Georgia was going to lose, they won. Did you just curse Georgia to lose to Vanderbilt? I know.
If you say that, you know what, Sean? You can say it all you want. If you say it, you might go. But with me, if I say it, it's like the Georgia guys are listening to me. They say you forgot to play a little hard today.
Look, Alec. If it happens, Alec, I'm giving you all the credit. I'm telling you this right now. If and when it happens, I'm giving you all the credit. All right.
And then he has to pick every Georgia game the rest of the way, and I'm betting the opposite.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yo, hey, and we're still. I'm still in hopes that we're gonna get to a segment one of these days that says Alec doesn't bet anymore. But if he did, this is who he'd pick. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a big one, man.
I mean, he told you Washington and the under and the spread.
There it is. Look, I think our guy was having technical issues. Thank you so much for being able to get in here.